morning, Paul. You okay?
I'm fine.
I don't believe you?
Nobody asked you to.
Come on, Paul, this isn't like you. What's up?
They rescinded my MacArthur Genius Grant.
They can do that? I thought those grants were no strings attached.
No, apparently there's one big-ass string, and it's don't make biological weapons.
Oh my god, did they actually classify Vantabage as a biological weapon?
Yeah. Yes, Vantabage was the problem, not the other thing.
Paul, maybe this is for the best.
For the best, but I'm no longer a genius.
Hey, you'll always be a genius to me.
That's not actually comforting.
And maybe you can take some time off of inventing and creating mind-controlling shades of paint.
It didn't control your mind. It just sapped away all desire for independent thought.
I'm just saying you haven't done anything aside from work lately. You need a hobby, something you find fun. A well-rounded mind follows many pursuits.
Who said that?
My Garf-a-Day motivational watch app.
Right. Well, I guess I have been neglecting my hobbies. I always wanted to look into that temporal streaming technology some more.
Or you could take up playing the flute again. Remember that you used to play the flute? That would be fun and probably not lethal. Einstein taught himself to play the violin.
Is that also from the Garf-a-Day motivational watch app?
That's the Garf-a-Week phone calendar, actually. There's fewer Garfs overall, but they pack more of a punch.
I guess I could spare a few hours to master the flute before heading to D&D.
But Paul, that doesn't sound like something that is outside the realm of your abilities. Have fun.
So now we need to figure out what's wrong with the flute. You don't see anything.
Do flutes just degrade over time?
What's the half-life on a flute?
I can't think of any other reason why it wouldn't work.
I mean, it has been 20 years since you played.
Exactly. I already know how to play. Therefore, there must be something wrong with the flute.
Can I search for traps?
Is there a flute shop you could take it to?
I'll probably just look at it myself. Also, while I have it apart, I have some ideas for quality of life improvements. Did you know that flute technology has not advanced since the 19th century?
Really?
Yes.
At the very least, I could add some sort of bellows system to make it easier to play. Or I could take the blowing out entirely, make some kind of auto flute.
Hold on, if you're forcing a blast of air through the flute, then I don't think it's a flute anymore. Wouldn't it be more of a plosive aerophone? Like a boutia?
More like a gantum, really. But the vibrating air is still going to be inside the flute, so it's still going to be a form of edge-blown aerophone.
Or, go with me on this journey, Paul just plays a normal flute.
Wait, we're both wrong. Paul, will this be a manual bellows, or are you going to construct an electronically controlled solenoid air valve system?
Electronic. I'm looking to reduce work, not create more.
Well, then it's an electrophone.
You're right. That moves it out of Category 421 entirely and into Section 5.
What on earth are you guys talking about?
The Horn-Bostel-Sachs musical classification system. Didn't you learn about it in, grade 2?
Did you?
Yes?
I didn't.
Thank you, James.
But that is why we changed schools. My mom was pissed that we weren't even being taught the basics.
Why do you all know about this?
Why don't you?
Hey Siri, look up, can you get a MacArthur Genius Grant unrevoked for reinventing flute technology?
I'm sorry, my search didn't turn anything up.
Well, it's probably not too radioactive. Graham, I present to you the Auto Flute 2000.
Why 2000?
Sounds futuristic.
Right.
Graham, What is the most frustrating thing about playing the flute?
I have no idea. I don't play the flute.
Well, as an accomplished flautist, I can tell you that the biggest problem is you don't have any hands free when you're playing. Also, that most flutes seem to be broken when I try to play them.
Uh-huh.
And that's why the Auto Flute 2000 has a cup holder, a change pocket, and a keyring for convenience.
That does sound convenient,
Right?
but why all of this?
Well, the battery pack for the Auto Bellows was kind of heavy, but I mean, who wants to play the flute only beside an outlet, right? And when I was making the supportive superstructure, I figured I might as well just make it an exoskeleton. It did allow me to add the phone charger though, so that's nice.
I mean, I dig that.
Also the laser targeting system and the anti-personnel waffle iron.
What, Paul? Why?
I want it to be useful in all situations, like breakfast.
Does it still work as a flute?
Well, I did have to make some sacrifices for weight considerations.
Paul, you did the thing again. You were supposed to try and get a hobby, something to do for fun.
But I did have fun. I love inventing new systems and solving problems.
But
Choose a job you love, and you never have to work a day in your life.
where have I heard that?
It's today's quote from the Garfaday Motivational Watch app. It attributes it to Confucius, but I think that might be apocryphal.
Well, even Garfaday isn't perfect. And I'm sorry I tried to tell you how to have fun. I'm glad you enjoyed making this. What do we do with it now?
I already sold it to General Dynamics.
How?
A lot of weapons manufacturers just keep an eye on what I'm doing. Yeah. They want me to make a weapons mod for an entire marching band next. I'm currently trying to figure out how to fit a Picatinny rail onto a sousaphone. I figure I can, put it around the side, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
This Garf-A-Day app,
Yeah.
it is Garfield, right?
Oh God, no. It's legally distinct orange cat Garf by cartoonist Jomp Darvis.
Oh. Well, that's why he's always eating tuna casserole.
Mm-hmm. Hates Wednesdays.